magician. But
Yes.
it's like I think it's because because the two worlds have joined together, and like Felix was saying there, I do sing with emotion and sincerity and honesty, and I think that kind of a vocal on a song like this, it kind of makes it like a timeless dance song, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Song going round round my head, like my favorite song going round and round my head. You're just like my favorite song.
Felix, how you both doing?
Go ahead, Callum.
I can't complain, mate. We're
Yeah.
back out. Me and Felix have been playing to people again. We've been to shows, and it's just been so good getting out there, traveling, performing again. It just
Yes.
reminds you why you love it so much, right, Felix?
Yeah, but I have to be honest. One of my favorite moments was, you talked about it in the previous interview, was Untold, when we performed the track together, which was really one of my favorite moments of 2021. 100%. Like, it was such a perfect moment with so much people. The amazing track being performed by Callum, and he nailed it, and I was like, this is it. Now I can die. No, yeah.
Where did you guys perform the track? Because I know London or the UK is all opening and we're playing festivals. Felix, did you go to London, or Callum, did you go to Belgium? Where did this happen?
Actually, it was in Romania. It was in Cluj, Romania. It was a
Okay.
big festival called Untold. It's like a crossover festival. They have live acts and DJs,
Yep.
and we were playing on the main stage, and it was big. It was super nice.
It
Nice.
was crazy, Mikey. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, especially from the year and a half we've had, 2 years we've had. It was the first time that I'd actually met Felix when we went into Romania, and we was able to like chat and hang, which I've been waiting for so long. And then going out to 60,000 people and singing that song and seeing people shoulder to shoulder and everybody's just loving life. It was honestly the best feeling ever. I can't explain it. So good.
I mean, in the last 2 years, it's been tough for every single artist around the world. What was that moment like to be finally hitting the stage and just going, "We are back. This is here we are." Take us in that moment for both of you.
Go ahead,
Okay, well,
Felix.
my first moment was not in Cluj, but it was in Greece, in Athens. I played the open air club, which was like a really crazy experience. Because I went with friends, because I was like, guys, you need to come because this is the first club in 2 years. You need to come with me. So I have the few friends flying over. We arrived, and we did it until like 7, 8 a.m. We stayed, like, nobody wanted to stop me or the promoter or people in the club. Like, everybody was just going for it all the way. And I think it was a kind of energy that before COVID we didn't have, like, because it was really like this need for party, and you really felt it. And it was really a special moment. So that was a very almost emotional, like everybody was
Yeah.
like, wow, what's happening? So it was a very cool moment. What about you, Callum?
I got to go to Dubai at the top of this year, which was, I mean, it was a bit of a lifeline really, because I struggled a lot being locked up. Locked up. I wasn't in jail.
Jesus,
Um,
easy up, mate.
yeah, been covered in prison, guys. No, yeah, I was locked down, and I was living in Yorkshire in England, and I was by myself for a while, and it was tough, as for millions around the world. But we got the opportunity to go to Dubai and do a sold out show at the Dubai Opera House. And it was still with restrictions, and there were social distancing and masks and stuff like that. But it was so necessary for me to get
Yeah.
out there and do that. It was really great for my mental health, and then I've been working on the album back in London, and then when we had the opportunity to go to Romania and play the first proper show, I just jumped at the opportunity. I mean, especially to meet the man himself, but to play to that many people was just unbelievable. And we got to see the script there. I'm friends with Danny, and Felix introduced me to David Guetta, and we were chatting, and it was just like back into that world of like
Yes.
people talking to people, energy, excitement. It's the closest thing to magic I think you're gonna get.
I keep dancing on my own.
In both of yours opinion, I believe that in the last 2 years with music and what it's done for people, I feel that music for the fans we've become closer to it. Felix, in your style of music, and Callum, in your style of music, would you agree that music is what has got us through in the last 2 years, and we've become even closer to it than what we were even prior to COVID?
Well, for myself, I did a few live streams during the lockdown, like DJ sets in special locations or some different mini live shows that we all post online for the people to watch and to enjoy. And I get a lot of messages from people telling me that they were watching it like almost every day, and that it got them through quarantine.
Yeah.
And so it's actually crazy to think that sometimes for us it's not that hard to do and put together, and also it's fun for us to do because we also are locked down at home and we don't have so much to do. So when we started to do these projects and we had all the time to do it, and we do it like in a special way, and we share it with people, and people really take it on like 1,000%, and it's really like a big present for them. It's like a full cycle of love, full cycle of support, and it's crazy to see the impact it sometimes has on the people's lives. So yeah, for me, it's really incredible to see the power of music through moments like this. I don't know for you, Calum, but probably too.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. I mean, obviously with two different genres of music, but it brings the same magic. You know, I think the thing that I've loved being on this track with Felix is that it's very visceral. You know, when you sing this song, it's instantly enjoyable. People instantly move around to it. And it's got that feel-good factor. Obviously, with my stuff, not that my stuff's sad, but my stuff's more, you know, it's more delving into my heart and like, you know, immersion, and like, you know, I try and sing with a lot of honesty and sincerity, and especially my own stuff, you know, that I write is sometimes born from painful times, you know. So I think it definitely, the thing that Felix and I have got the beauty of being able to do is to translate what we're feeling and share it with people, and that relatability I think brings everybody closer. And as to your point, during lockdown, it's like the first thing that people went to was the arts, you know, whether that's music or film or whatever. And I think we've been there for people, you know, all around the world in tough times, as a support, you know, whether that be you just want to dance and forget everything and get lost in the music, or if you want to sort of sit and really sort of take the lyric in, and whichever way it is. I mean, that's the beauty of music, right? You get to sort of explore all those facets of music. But I totally agree with Felix. It's brought fans closer to music, and it's brought I feel closer to my fans because of it as well.
Yeah,
it's that kind of like loyalty of, you know, we've been there for each other kind of thing.
With me? Are you with me?
Amazing how powerful music is, really. Like, I think sometimes we underestimate how powerful it is, but it is extremely powerful. One thing that I wanted to do when I first heard the new track between you both is before I heard it, I wanted to listen to something from Felix and then something from you, Calum, and just see if I can work out what this is going to sound like. And for you, Felix, I was like, okay. Yep. Okay. And then I went to Cal. I thought, what can I listen to? And then I watched your Got Talent audition, and I thought, okay. And then I listened to the song, and I finally did it. Holy shit! Like it's wow. It's really, really cool. Like it takes you in there, and it takes you in that journey, and you want to have a good time. But there's also important messages in there as well. It's just so cool.
Thank you, man. I mean, but what's really cool is that, like you said, there is my sound, but then there's also Calum's voice on it, and Calum did different takes for the voice. And the first take he did, the very first one, which we did the news because you didn't like it, but he sent it over, and I was like, oh yes. I was so happy. I was like, this is so cool. This is so amazing. But then Calum wanted to do another one, which was even better, because I think maybe you appropriate the track more to yourself and vibe more with it. But it's really a mix of both worlds, and I'm just super happy I was able to work with Calum on this one, because every time I hear the vocal, like, it just gives me the shivers, and I'm like full of emotion, and that's something Calum can give also with all the new music he's been releasing the last few months. Like, you always hear there's a lot of emotion and honesty, and that's something I really like in music.
It's extremely powerful with what Calum has done, and of course I wasn't there to see the background and putting it all together, but It is incredible, and Callum, it suits you extremely well, man. Like, it's so cool.
Thank you. I mean, me and Felix have been wanting to work together for a while. You know, Felix and I had first started chatting when I was releasing Dance on My Own, and we wanted to get a remix together. And our diaries just didn't happen on that time around, but we said we'd love to work together in the future. And Felix had reached out and said, I have this song, and I would love you to be part of it. I don't want anybody else on it. And it's such an honour for me to jump on it. But like Felix said, at first I was like, I'm not sure, because will my voice suit it? And like, I don't know. And so I sent some vocals over to him, kind of like, I was just about to do an Instagram live. And so I was like, in the studio, I was like, Felix, here's some vocals. This is how I see it. And he was like, oh my God, this is the one. And I was like, no, this is just like a placeholder. Like, I need to go in and do it. And he's like, no, these are the ones. I was like, Felix. And I was like, thankfully I had like another opportunity to get in the studio and really set my vocal on it. And like Felix said, just some time to sit on the track and like really absorb it and really become part of the track. But I'm so happy that I did, because like now I hear it and it's just instantly enjoyable. You just find yourself bopping your head. Everybody I've played this song to, including all of my friends, have just been like, it's just an instant one. You just instantly put it on your playlist, instantly be able to just enjoy yourself to it, whether it's at the gym or like if it's out, if it's on a dance floor, you know. So I'm super happy that I jumped on this with Felix for sure.
It's like, well, it's a song that I don't think, to be honest, that you could ever get sick of, because there's a lot of songs when you hear really that you're like, oh, okay, here we go again. But to be honest, and I'm just being honest with you, I don't think it's a song you can get sick of. So it's going to, I feel it's going to be around for a long time, and we're going to be bopping to it for a long time.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, I think it's probably because, I mean, not only is the track sensational, we all know that Felix is a magician.
Yes.
But it's like, I think it's because because the two worlds have joined together, and like Felix was saying there, I do sing with emotion and sincerity and honesty, and I think that kind of a vocal on a song like this, it kind of makes it like a timeless dance song, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And I see what you're saying. I mean, usually I don't listen to a lot of my stuff back. It's like one of those things where it's like I cringe myself out. But I listen to this all the time.
Jump on YouTube, mate. Watch your old stuff. You'll be fine. The storyline in it, though. Let's talk about that. Where are you now? Tell us the storyline in it. Well, we're having a good time and we're having a dance, but what is the actual storyline for the song?
So the track happens during lockdown. So Calum was in the UK, I was in Belgium. So we actually didn't really work hand in hand, like together in the studio on the track. But I got a first demo from a German songwriter who did like a version of the track. And it's funny because first of all, the first version I get from the track, I didn't really like it because it felt somehow cheesy for me. And I listened to it. I was like, okay, maybe I want to work on it, but maybe not. So I had it for like maybe two months on my laptop, and then at some point I was like, okay, now I'm going to try something. And I changed everything. I moved everything around. I changed the whole product. I created the whole production and changed everything, like arrangement wise also. And then I was like, okay, and then the arrangement was like 7 minutes long. It was very, like I had a lot of different ideas spread out on the track. And then sent it over to Calum, and he liked it and he jumped on it and he recorded the vocals. And then once I got the vocals, it was funny because suddenly like this kind of cheesy part was gone and it changed for something different. And then suddenly I was inspired for a different arrangement and to do different things surrounding the track. And then the track was kind of done actually. So yeah, it's funny.
Callum, in your part?
My part was literally
we know the first part.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like literally, it was one of those things where, you know, in this business, a conversation between artists can spark something beautiful. You know, and Felix had said like, I've got this song, I would love you to be on it. And I, at the time, had just released Biblical, or was just about to release Biblical, which is the first single off of my album. And I was did have that kind of like, I obviously I'd love to be a part of this. I definitely want to concentrate on my stuff too. And it was kind of like that sort of balance. And I love Felix so much, and I love what he does. And to be given the opportunity to do this, I was like, I have to do it. It's a no-brainer. And, you know, like I said, I put those vocals on the track. And then Felix just loved it. And we got together in Romania and got to perform it live. And now, you know, Felix has done an extended mix of it as well, which is another sort of life to it. It has this kind of like club thing, but yeah, I mean, it's cool, very cool.
It's so cool. It's such a good track that we're loving right now. Felix and Calum, thanks so much for hanging with us.
Thank you, Mikey, for having us.